happens in the brain that makes you have those feelings, and those chemical reactions that yes, they are the one that help, that allows all those kind of feelings that you see. That okay, love at first sight is real. It's actually proved by people experience, and also it's also proved scientifically that there are some chemical reactions that occurs in the brain that makes you have this kind of feeling for someone you just met or someone you've known for a very long time, and this person just looks so different to you. You just noticed the person. Okay, so love at first sight actually it exists, and another thing that we should note is that love at first sight is it also helps to know if you will have to be with this person later. Just like Adetunji said on the program today, he said love at first sight most times is the basis of a lot of successful marriages that you see out there. I used to hear married men say things like, okay, the first day I met this lady, or this day there was a particular day the first day I noticed this person, I knew that this person. So love at first sight actually exists. Sometimes it can help you to realize if you want to be with a particular person, and love at first sight also does not mean a relationship will last, and does not mean a relationship will not last. What makes a relationship last is that both parts are putting their efforts in it. That is, there's an active involvement of both parts to make the relationship work. Like I said in my previous program, in my previous podcast, I said the fact that to make a relationship work, it's not only the physical involved, emotionally, both emotionally, financially involved. Last week we discussed love and money, and I explained the fact that financial, okay, in as much as love should not be the reason why you are going into a relationship, money is also okay. In as much as money, is not why you are going into a relationship. Money is needed in that relationship. I explain the fact that abuse in the relationship is not only physical abuse, because most times when people hear the word abuse, the first thing that comes to their mind is that physical abuse. Physical abuse is not the only kind of abuse in relationship. Financial abuse is also part of it, in which it's only one person, it's only one part, it's only one partner that is contributing financially. It's only one part that that we get to stuff. It's only one part that we sometimes some people will even borrow money from their spouse and not, for their partner and not return it. Some people want money, buy. If the person asks you that I need this money, you are like, because of the love you have for the person, you went all your way to borrow the money, and at the end of the day the person couldn't pay back, or the person ran away, that kind of thing. So financial involvement is important on both parts. That is, both parts should be able to contribute financially to it. That is, for you to go relationship wise, you need money to take your bae or your boo out. You will need money to buy something for your partner, or doing their birthdays, or during Valentine, and I explain the fact that it's not only Valentine day that you should get stuff for your the person you are engaged to or something like that. You can just do it on a normal day. So same thing is this kind of thing. Of course, love at first sight exists. Of course, it is real. Of course, there are some marriages that started on that stuff, but it still doesn't determine if a relationship will go well or not. What determines the relationship that will be productive is that both sides, they are actively involved in it. Love at first sight is actually real. Love at first sight, it actually exists. But however, one thing that is important is that both partners should contribute to the success of that relationship. Okay, and one thing is that what differentiates love from other things, is like lust and infatuation, is that love continues. Love is a choice that you make, of course, and it's made on three components: the physical component, the emotional part, and the intellectual part. That is, the person you're going into relationship with, or the person you are engaged with, you are both intellectually okay. That is, your intellectual level of reasoning is on the same pace. That is why most time people are always advised to be going into a relationship with someone that you have the same value values, the same belief, the same that you have, that the way you view things is actually the same, because that will prevent a lot of issues or misunderstanding in the relationship. So love at first sight exists, but the main thing is that you need to work on it. Like Adetutu said earlier on, when reality sets in, you understand that relationship is more than the gish. You need to work on it. It involves a whole lot of work to make a relationship go well. Okay, so what makes a relationship last is the building, the way the relationship is being built by both partners' contributions. Okay, and also what makes the bond between two people work depends on the level of deeper connection. Aside the love at first sight, it's enable deeper connection physically, connection emotionally, and connection intellectually. So if you are live on this program today and you're still joining me, you are live on TikTok show, you're welcome. Please feel free to introduce yourself on the program. You can still introduce yourself. I have 8 minutes more. You can introduce yourself, and you can also drop your take on the program, on the topic that we are discussing. Just joining us on the program? You are welcome, and you're presently live on TikTok show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the remaining hours of this program. Are you just joining us on the program? You are welcome, and you're presently live on TikTok show.
Kick it down on the beat.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
I dey high, I dey grace, come Shiva, together forever. Keep it hold to your hand and your waist. I dey high, I dey grace, come Shiva, together forever. Keep it hold.
You're live on the program today. Please feel free to introduce yourself. Feel free to say something on the program. We still have some few minutes. Please say something on the program. What's your view on love at first sight?
Oh, baby, I can see love in your eyes. This I love you not too much. This I love you not too much. Looking at your killing thoughts, even like over your voice. Love, yeah. Love, yeah. When I see your pretty smile, baby, you they blow my mind. All the yummy, see them tell them make your back. All the heavenly done join together, no man can be back. Love, yeah. Oh, be your hand and your waist, I dey high, I dey grace, come Shiva, together forever.
Thank you so much for joining me on the program today. If you are just joining us, please do not drop your response to the question, love at first sight. Have you ever experienced love at first sight before? And what's your take on it? Do you feel love at first sight is real? Do you feel love at first sight? That means if a relationship will last or not. Drop your response and let us enjoy the program together. We have a few minutes and I'll be out of this program. But before then, let's enjoy this music. Love with JJ.
Take you all over the world. Oh, yeah, Galas Bagus, oh, yeah, Sandorini, oh, yeah, Master Juku, oh, yeah,
Like, I'm really enjoying the vibe. The vibe of this song is like, the vibe of this song is just, I've been shaking my head since. Like, this song is just, it's been a long time I played a music on my program. Yes, there's a reason for that. So, but today is music time. Let's dance, let's have fun, let's say something, let's have our opinion on the program.
Baby, I need you. You know, let my life be your way. But you tell them I'm in the way. Let me say you done the grace. But you tell them I'm in the way. And your waist, I dey high, I dey grace. Come Shiva, together forever. Keep it hold to your hand and your waist. I dey
actually exists. It's been proved by experience, and it's also been proved by science that there are actually chemicals that in our brains that actually causes us to have those feelings that we have when we meet someone for the very first time. So love at first sight really exists, but then what makes that love at first sight, which ended up to end up in a relationship that works, is that both partners are very much involved in the relationship. That is, they are contributing to the relationship physically, the emotional part of it and the intellectually. The physical part is majorly okay, maybe after when you're married or something like that. But then there's contribution to make the relationship work. Both partners must be actively involved. Please and please, I think this is where I'll be rounding up today's program on Love Me Jeje. As we've discussed love at first sight. Love at first sight actually occurs, it happens, but then you should be able to differentiate between love, lust, and infatuation. And if you have more questions on it, you can get the podcast on how to know you love someone. We have a podcast on we have a podcast on that. We have podcast on money and relationship. You need to listen to that podcast. It's very enlightening. We have podcast on long distance relationship, how to make a long distance relationship work, abusive relationship, how to identify abusive relationship, and how to live an abusive relationship. Okay, listeners, thank you so much for joining me live on TikTok show Love Me Jeje today, and I hope you really enjoyed the program. This is the end of this weekend talk show. Next weekend is going to be another interactive and another awesome session, because I'll be having Friday 9 a.m. I will be having Nurse Badebo from University Teaching Hospital, University College Hospital Ibadan. Yes, it's Ibadan, please, not Benin, Ibadan. I'll be having her on the program as we discuss pregnancy and nutrition. You know, there's this kind of question we have on pregnant women and stuff like that. We'll be attending to questions like that on our program next week Friday. And also Saturday morning 9 a.m. is the word segment. It has always been a refreshing one, and this weekend, yes, this is a new week, will not be an exception. And please don't forget to follow all our social media platform. And please once again, this talk show will be visiting motherless babies home this coming month, December. Please, your financial contribution and your physical contribution will be well acknowledged, and it will be well appreciated. Thank you so much, listeners, once again for joining me live on the program. I remain Sanusi Rebecca. See you next weekend.
Down on the beat. I dey hide, I dey pray, come Shiva, together, forever, keep the hold, your hand, and your waist, I dey hide, I dey pray, come Shiva, together, forever, keep the hold, baby I love you, baby I need you, you are the dead for me, you are the dead for me, oh baby I love you, baby I need you, you are the dead for me, you are the dead for me, oh baby my
joining us live on today's program. See you next episode. Thank you, listeners, for joining us live on today's program. See you next episode.